The woman got an $80 million relocation payout. The first thing she did was switch the bank card receiving the money to a family card capped at $100. Then she installed hidden cameras all over the house, because only this way could she stay alive, expose her husband's affair, and make that vicious pair pay a brutal price. Turns out, in her past life, on her first New Year's Eve after marriage, she received an $80 million payout for her late parents' old house. But that money was stolen by her cheating husband and her distant cousin. Just as those two were about to flee abroad with the money, the woman rushed over to stop them. But in the end, that vicious pair ran her over with a car. And just like that, she died on that fireworks-filled New Year's Eve. Luckily, even heaven took pity on her tragic fate. The next second, she was reborn back to the very New Year's Eve she was murdered for money. Seeing her phone show the payout would arrive at midnight, she finally realized she was actually alive again. Meanwhile, the scumbag and his mother were getting ready to pick up the scheming cousin. They rushed her to clean the room, or else she'd regret it. But after living through it once, there was no way she'd put up with them. Since you all want my $80 million payout so badly, then in this life, I'll give you a New Year's gift you'll never forget. So the woman immediately found the card that was about to receive the payout. Then she switched it to a family card capped at $100. Next, she installed hidden cameras in every corner of the house. Once everything was ready, she hid outside to watch the show. Sure enough, after the scumbag brought the scheming cousin home, they couldn't wait to get intimate. But they never imagined everything they did was being watched by the woman. Seeing the timing was right, she immediately called her husband. She said her family's old house had been bought out, and she'd get $80 million. She also said the bank card for the transfer was in the jewelry box and told him to put it away. After hearing that, the man immediately found the card and checked the account on the computer. And he found out everything she said was true. It showed the $80 million payout would hit the account at midnight tonight. That got the pair so excited they instantly started plotting. They planned to take the fortune and run abroad together. Just thinking about the $80 million coming in made them impatient. So they decided to go splurge somewhere first, then pay the bill at midnight. Little did they know, the woman already knew exactly what they were thinking. So she planned to add fuel to the fire and push that vicious pair straight into the abyss. That night, the woman purposely took her time before coming home. Her goal was to avoid cooking the New Year's Eve dinner. Sure enough, the scheming woman suggested eating out. The woman seized the chance and said New Year's Eve dinners were hard to book, and only the city's priciest place, Imperial View Mansion, might still have a table. Sure enough, the scumbag took the bait right away. He immediately decided they would go to Imperial View Mansion for dinner. He said only that place was good enough for an elite like the scheming cousin, who had returned from overseas. After saying that, the whole family headed out for New Year's Eve dinner. The money isn't even in hand yet, and you already dare to show off this hard? I can't wait to see how you handle it when you can't pay the bill tonight. Soon, the whole family arrived at Imperial View Mansion. They even booked a private room with a minimum spend of $1 million. They wanted to go all out. The woman then took the chance to invite all of the scheming cousin's relatives over. Although the scheming woman wasn't exactly happy about it, she figured the $80 million would soon be hers. So she started acting like a big shot. She ordered a whole table of top-shelf wine and expensive dishes. But halfway through the meal, she got into a fight with the server bringing the dishes. Just as the scumbag was about to hit the server, the owner's wife rushed over in time. But since that pair thought they were about to be rich, they didn't take her seriously at all. They even had all the relatives smash up the private room. They smashed even an antique vase worth $3.8 million to pieces. Little did they know, the owner's husband was a notorious mob boss. After getting the news, he was already rushing toward the private room. By then, the owner's wife had already calculated the bill. The meal plus everything they smashed came to $7 million. She told the scumbag to pay immediately. But how could he possibly have that much money on him? So he told her to wait 3 more minutes, and once midnight hit, he'd give her $10 million. But the condition was that the owner's wife had to kneel and apologize. But as soon as he finished speaking, the mob boss arrived with his men. Quite the setup you've got here. You bring a few nobodies and think you're some big deal? Hey, you see this? An $80 million relocation payout. You think I can't pay? You think I can't handle you? Wait 1 more minute. I'll show you what real power looks like. Seeing him act so arrogant, the mob boss was ready to hit him without another word. But the owner's wife stopped him. She said that for the sake of the money, they should give the scumbag one chance. Besides, it was New Year's. There was no need to spill blood. The mob boss had no choice but to hold back his anger and warn the scumbag. If he still couldn't pay in 1 minute, he'd break his arms and legs. But after hearing that, the scumbag was completely fearless. He was certain that once midnight came, the $80 million payout would arrive. So he directly told all the relatives there to take out their phones and start recording. He wanted everyone to witness the brightest moment of his and the scheming woman's lives. But when the clock finally hit midnight, he was instantly dumbfounded. Because the card reader suddenly announced that the transaction had failed. Transaction failed. Transaction failed. Transaction failed. Transaction failed.